You're not going into this isolation season by yourself. That's what a lot of people mess up. They think they're going into the isolation season by themselves. So they're going into isolation off their own will. Now you're going into isolation season off God, with God. So you're moving with the Spirit. You know what I mean? You're moving with the Spirit. I don't want to make my own decisions. I want to make godly decisions. I don't want to make, even if the logic makes sense, the X, Y, and Z, everything. I don't want to make that decision if it's not aligned with God. I only want to make godly decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because godly decisions are the decisions that move you forward in life. When you start making decisions on your own and start trying to free ball life and trying to do stuff on your own, you start going backwards. You know what I'm saying? You start messing up here and you don't know what to do. We want to make godly decisions, y'all. So that's what we got to do. We got to make godly decisions. You got to go into this in God. Like, you got to pray, meditate, talk to God. Be like, God, I'm about to go into this isolation season. I'm about to make this sacrifices. I'm about to make this sacrifice. I need you to give me all the strength in order to do this. I trust you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long you want me in this season. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how this season is going to be, but I trust you that you want me in this season. And on the other side is my breakthrough. On the other side is everything I've been praying for. On the other side, that's where all the fruit come down. You know what I mean? So that's how you start. You know what I'm saying? You pray, because it ain't easy, so you got to pray and ask God for that strength. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to pray and ask God for that strength. You know what I'm saying? So how do you heal past traumas? A lot of people ask me, how do you heal past traumas? How do you heal past traumas? First off, you want to, because 99% of the traumas that we've been through are attached to people. Whether it's family, friends, or people, strangers, we don't know. It's attached to people. So what you do first, you want to forgive those people that hurt you. You want to forgive those people that are tied up to that trauma that you can't get rid of. You want to forgive yourself. Forgive those people. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to forgive my father for leaving me, and he never came back, but I forgave him. I created an apology for him. You know what I'm saying? And he came back and apologized for me. I forgave him. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm sitting back my whole life waiting for him to apologize and he never comes back, I'm going to feel incomplete. So instead of me walking around here angry and incomplete and trying to beat myself up, I'm going to, hey, I forgive you, bro. You know what I mean? Even though you never came back, you probably never will. It's cool. You know what I mean? Ain't no love lost. Ain't no love lost. It's cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got to forgive those people. You know what I'm saying? You got to forgive those people that hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Forgive those people that put you in a state of depression, put you in a state of pain. You got to forgive those people, because once you forgive them, you then become free from that thing. I'm free from my father leaving me. I'm free from it. It's all cool. I'm free from it. I have no ties to it. You want to free yourself from it. And how you free yourself from it is you forgive. You forgive and you move on. You know what I'm saying? And how you know you've forgiven somebody completely is when a trigger may show up, or you may be reminded of that person and it doesn't faze you. You know what I mean? It doesn't faze you. You don't get triggered. That's how you know you forgave somebody completely. If you still get triggered by that person, or somebody brings their name up and you feel a certain way, that shows you ain't healed. You know what I mean? That shows you still got some healing to do, because you're not going to get triggered from something you healed from. You know what I mean? I don't get triggered from the things I've healed from. I don't get triggered at all. It is what I healed from it. You know what I'm saying? The wound is gone. It's like a wound. You know what I'm saying? Once the cut is gone, I'm good. I'm healed. You know what I'm saying? I can't bring it back. Nah, I'm good. It's healed. So, you know what I mean? That's how you heal from past traumas, by forgiving, you know what I'm saying, and freeing yourself from that thing, freeing yourself from that person, letting go and moving on. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard. It's not easy, of course. You got to ask God for that strength to be like, God, I need to let this thing go. This thing is hindering me from moving forward in life. This thing is hindering me from getting everything I've been praying for and really being at peace. Because that was the one reason why I had to forgive my father. I needed to be at peace. Like, I'm walking around here angry. I'm walking around here scratching my head and emotional. I need to be at peace. I can't be having this weight on my shoulder for the rest of my life. I need to be at peace. You know what I mean? So that's where the peace comes from. You know what I'm saying? When you don't got nothing, when you don't got to worry about X, Y, and Z. You freeze yourself from that thing. You at peace now. You happy. You happy. You know what I mean? You can move forward in your life and focus on what really matters instead of focusing on the past. Because if you focus on the past too much, you get depression. You focus too much on the future, you get anxiety. But if you focus on what you got going on right now, You know what I mean? When you focus on what you got going on right now, this is where all the magic happens. This is jackpot. Right now is the jackpot. I want to focus on what's going on right now in my life. You know what I mean? I want to focus on right now, and I don't focus on where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I want to create a plan, but I don't want to look too forward in the future because it might give me anxiety. So I'm gonna focus on in front of me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna focus on next week. I'm gonna focus on next month. I'm not gonna look 30 years down the line because I might get anxiety, but I'm gonna focus on this year. I'm focused on what I got on my plate. You want to focus on the food that you got on your table right now, on your plate right now. That's what you want to focus on. We're gonna focus on it right now. Know what I mean? How y'all feeling though? Know what I'm saying? We gotta be better, y'all. That's how you heal your traumas. A lot of y'all keep letting go of, keep holding on to that dead weight and all that. But let go of that shit. Forgive that person. Forgive them. It is what it is. Ain't no love lost. It's cool. I'm not saying you gotta talk to that person. I'm not saying you gotta communicate with them on a day-to-day basis, but you can forgive them. You know what I mean? You don't have to tell them you forgive them. You can forgive them distantly. I have to forgive. I can't even talk to my father. You know what I mean? I don't have no contact info, but I had to forgive him from a distance. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the mental. Like I have to forgive him in my heart and my spirit, mentally. You know what I mean? Now that if anybody brings up, you know what I'm saying? If I'm around certain families, they got their father around, or somebody brings up my father or whatever, I don't get triggered by it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I forgave him. You know what I mean? Ain't no love lost. I forgave him. You know what I mean? We gotta forgive, y'all. That's what we gotta do. Be better at. We gotta forgive. Wrong relationship and being financially unavailable could lead you to depression. 2 gang. Wrong relationship and being financially unavailable. That's a fact. It's different. Y'all, it's different. I'm not saying that's the only thing that can lead you in depression. There's different things that can lead you in depression. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like healing and as far as trauma, you know what I'm saying? That's one right there. You know what I'm saying? The past and thinking too far in the past and what could have went wrong or what didn't went wrong or what went wrong. That's where you know what I mean? So y'all, we gotta heal. Y'all, we gotta heal from these traumas. Like a society, bro. We gotta heal from this shit. Damn, my shirt wrinkly as a motherfucker, y'all. But how y'all feeling though? You know what I'm saying? Another thing that society we gotta be better at, y'all. Society has to be better at executing. And this is, I talked to my community about this. A lot of us are struggling with execution. A lot of us are struggling with having this idea, you know what I'm saying, having this vision and making it reality. Being able to take our imagination, take this vision that God gave us and make it into reality. That's what a lot of us are struggling with that. And I'm sitting back and I'm thinking, okay, why are we struggling with that? Why do people struggle with execution? Okay, we struggle with execution because of lack of focus. You know what I'm saying? We doom scrolling on social media. We scrolling on social media all day. And you know what scrolling on social media does? Scrolling on social media all day with no intention, with no substance, it causes you to be so focused on the imagination of living. It gets you so focused on the imagination of living your dream life instead of you actually putting in the work to do it. It puts all your focus on the illusion and the idea of, damn, I could be living my best life. I could be driving my dream car. I could be living in my dream house. I could be doing X, Y, and Z. It takes your time focused on that instead of actually you putting in the work in reality, putting the work in real life to actually make it reality. You know what I mean? Like that's you know what I'm saying? Like that's where the lack of execution from. And lack of execution comes from. So we gotta be better. We gotta be able to execute, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be cool with the imagination of things. I want to be cool. I don't want to be just cool with the idea of the vision of me becoming wealthy and building an empire and changing and impacting lives. That's cool. I don't want to be cool with just the imagination. I actually want to produce a reality. There's too many people that's living in their imagination instead of living in their reality. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put myself in position to live my reality. Okay? You got the idea, you got the vision. Now the gap between the idea and imagination and the vision and execution, that shit has to be little to none. Like you have to execute. And not only do you have to execute, you have to relentlessly execute. You got to be like, I got an idea. Same day you create an outline and you start. You go. You know what I'm saying? You don't overthink nothing. You don't You know what I'm saying? You don't need to know all the details. And another thing too about executing, you don't need to know all the details from A to Z. You don't need to know all the details from A to Z. As long as you know how to get to B, that's all that matters. As long as I got the first step, I can execute. You know what I'm saying? That you got to relentlessly execute. That's what separates the boys from the men. Boys dream. Boys got ideas and be like, oh yeah, I want to do that. That would be very cool, and they don't do nothing. They got an idea and they be like, all right, that's cool. Men get an idea, they get a vision, and they are, okay, this is the vision I want. How can I make this reality? They create a plan, you know what I'm saying? Not a plan from A to Z. They probably create a plan from A to D, A to E, A to F. They create a plan, and once they get that first step, they move. They don't flinch, they're not timid, they move. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates boys from men. Boys do all that dreaming and what if and all that dreaming shit. Men don't do that. Men get an idea and they get a vision. They're like, how can I make this reality? What's the first step? Okay, the first step is do this. All right, bet. When can I start? All right, I'm gonna start today. All right, boom, this. Y'all, we gotta be better at executing. Y'all, we gotta be able to take an idea and make it reality. Quick. You know what I mean? That's what separates the average from the phenomenal. From the average people that's making minimum wage from the niggas that's eating. That's what separates people, bro. And we got to be able to unlock that while we're in this season of isolation. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a high level of willingness to produce your reality, produce your future heaven, orchestrate your future. We got to be able to produce that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you dreaming about it, all right, let's make it reality. There's too many dreamers on earth. We need more action takers, y'all. So while we're in our isolation season, let's go from dreaming to executing, dreaming to becoming an action taker. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in tune with ourselves and let's strengthen that area. A lot of us, I've been talking to a lot of my isolators. A lot of us are struggling with that. A lot of us have these great, unique ideas on ways we can cultivate our gift and give it to the world and take our purpose and be the best version of ourselves. We got these amazing ideas that God done gave to us, and it goes to waste because you don't want to take that leap of faith. You don't really trust God like how you trust God. You don't want to take that step and really do the thing that God has been begging you to do. You know what I mean? God has been begging you to start that business. God has been begging you to move to that city. God has been begging you to make and build and create that thing. You know what I mean? You just sitting back and thinking this. Come on, bro. We gotta move, y'all. We gotta move, bro. We gotta have a sense of urgency to you know what I mean? I wanna hunt. Every day I'm waking up, I wanna hunt. Like I wanna hunt these. I hunt. Hungry until there's nothing there. I wanna hunt. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about y'all. I wanna hunt, bro. Shouts out to Wall Street Trapper. I wanna hunt. Hungry until there's nothing there. We got to be relentlessly executing, y'all. Stop sitting. No more sitting on ideas and shit and what ifs and he say, she say. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that hinders people from executing. Opinions. He say, she say. What if? You know what I'm saying? You got too much external noise in your ear. You got too much white noise. You got all that soy boy talk around you. Nah, we don't need all that. We don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? We got to execute. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is nothing with no execution. Knowledge is a waste with no execution. You got all that information. You got knowledge overload. You got information overload, but zero execution. Like, what we doing, y'all? Hopefully I'm talking to somebody right now. You know what I mean? Knowledge means nothing with no execution. You can have that $1 billion idea. You can have that plan, but no execution towards it means nothing. It means nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just an idea that's going to end up going to the grave with you. That's what it's going to be. That's something I don't want to do. I don't want to go to the grave with ideas. I want to make sure while I'm on this earth, living fruitfully, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I create everything that I said I was going to do. I do everything I said I was going to do. Because you can lie to a whole bunch of you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You can lie to everybody. You can even lie to God if you want to lie to God, but you can't lie to yourself. You know what I mean? That's the one person I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie to myself. I want to make sure I hold up my end of the bargain and I'm honest to myself. And if I say I'm going to do this, I do it. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. We don't need accountability partners. That's cool and stuff, but I don't got accountability partners. Like, a lot of us got accountability partners, people to have to motivate us. I don't have accountability partners. You know what my accountability partner is? Myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nobody calling me, hey, go and wake up, let's go to the gym, bro. Hey, go and wake up, let's get this content out. I don't got nobody who does that. I motivate myself. I look at my wallpaper, see my mom on my wallpaper, and then it's like, all right, let's go. That's my accountability. All I gotta do is look at my phone, look at my wallpaper, I see my mom. Okay, cool. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. That's my accountability. A lot of us need external people to push us and motivate us and inspire us. I don't need all that. You don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all that. You need to lift yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You should want to be the best version of yourself on earth than, you know what I mean, than somebody else. Somebody else believes in you more than you believe in yourself. You know what I mean? That's a fact, queen. Knowledge has no power without action. Knowledge means nothing with no action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have information overload, knowledge overload. We got a billion things we want to, and nothing's getting moved, bro. I'm not saying you got to do everything all at once, but make some progress, at least. You know what I'm saying? From where you was at January 1st, at least be somewhere else by December 31st. A lot of us are in the same position we was at January 1st. We had an idea January 1st, and it still hasn't got done yet. What are we doing, y'all? It doesn't take that long to execute. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Don't lie to yourself. You can lie to everybody else, queen. You can lie to everybody. But one thing about yourself, you can't lie to yourself. It's gonna eat you up on the inside. For me, it's gonna eat me up on the inside if I lie to myself. If I try to lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, damn, you said you was gonna go to the gym, but you never went to the gym. And then later in that day, I'm gonna be like, damn, bro, I still, damn. You know what I mean? Stop lying to yourself, man. Yeah, my mom is my why. You know, man, my mom made so much sacrifices in my life. Man, at least, man, my mom is my why. I'm trying to retire my mom next year. I got the ability to retire my mom in 2025. I'm like, what? My mom is a 60-year-old woman working 60, 70 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? I gotta remember, like, we was in a small two-bedroom apartment. My mom was working at Walmart, and she working another side job trying to take care of 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? I gotta at least do my part. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, there was 4 older people that came before me. They wasn't able to do it. They wasn't able to come together and be like, all right, my dukes ain't working. I'm like, what was y'all worried? What was y'all why? What was y'all was just focused on yourselves? I'm looking at my older siblings. I'm like, y'all was just focused on yourself. 4 of y'all can't come together to make sure my dukes don't gotta work no more. You know what I'm saying? But like, what? Hey, I'm 21 years old, but my mom is 60 years old with cancer. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta be able to, I'm good, but I'm gonna make sure she's good before I'm good. You know what I mean? A lot of us make sure we're not selfish. You selfish, bro. Your mom fed you, she bathed you, she put clothes on your back, damn near your whole, until you was at least 18, 20, if not 25, you know what I'm saying? The least you can do is come together, you know what I'm saying? Do what you can do to make sure she's good for life. You could at least do that. A lot of y'all selfish. Y'all keep doing shit for y'allself. You know what I'm saying? So while we're in our isolation season, we got to figure out, we got to tap back into our why. We got to tap back into the root. Why do we do what we do? Why are we doing what we do? You know what I'm saying? Because it can't be just about us. If it's just about you, on the days you don't feel like doing it, you're not going to do nothing. You know what I mean? Because it's just about you. But if 50, 100, 200 people is relying on you to get up this morning, you're going to get your ass up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get up, like, it's like to the point where you got to create like an urgency in your mind. Like, if you don't get up, this is an emergency. If you don't get up, your mom not going to eat. If you don't get up, your mom, you might lose your mom the same day if you don't get up. You got to create that emergency in your head. If you don't do the thing that you was going to do this year, that may be it. You may run out of time and lose it all. You might lose that family. You might lose it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to have a high sense of urgency and execute, y'all. What we doing? Hey, man. Hey, you come get some of this execution energy, bro. Come get some of this execution energy. I've been searching for my why for a long minute. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come, but you just think about how I found my why. I just look at my life. I'm looking at who made the most sacrifices in my life, who took care of me. You know what I'm saying? Who did the most for me? That's my why right there. You know what I'm saying? I got certain even people in my family, certain people in the hood that's taking care of me than my own family has. You know what I mean? That my own siblings have. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? There's people that I want to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have a father to teach me how to drive. I didn't have a father to teach me how to get women. I didn't have a father to be there when I graduated. I had my boy Cable. I had my Ghanaian brother Cable teach me how to drive. He teach me how to be a man. He teach me how to keep my head up. He showed me how to fight. He showed me. I had niggas in the hood show me that. My father ain't show me that. Like, those are the people I'm trying to take care of. The people that didn't have to look out for me, but they still looked out for me. I'm trying to take care of those people. You know what I mean? Those are the people I'm trying to take care of. And look at those. Look back at your life. Look, have flashbacks. Look at your track record. Who are those people that made sure you was good when they didn't need to make sure you was good? Who sacrificed you? Who sacrificed what they got going on to make sure you was? Who is those people? It don't got necessarily just be your family. Who was those people that made sure you was good when you was good? Who was there with you at the bottom of your life when you didn't have nothing? Who took care of you? Who put money in your pockets? Who called you, checked up on you? Who was those people? Those are my whys. I'm trying to be able to reciprocate energy. They made sure I'm good, so I'm gonna put myself in position to make sure they good. You know what I mean? They good for forever. You know what I mean? They good forever. You know what I mean? I'm to the point, I want to make sure my mom don't got to worry about a bill. She don't got to worry about food in the fridge. She don't got to worry about if the lights is going to be on. She don't got to worry about electricity. She don't got to worry, none of that. I'm trying to put myself in position to do that. Like, if I want to put myself in position is if my mom wake up and she like, damn, I want to go to Italy today. All right, cool, I'm going to get her to Italy. Then when she's at Italy for 2 days, she like, damn, I'm bored. I want to go to Africa. All right, she can go to Africa. And I'm going to send her a PJ back to Mexico. All right, then she wants to go here. She wants to get that. She wants to buy that. I want to be able to have all of that. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's possible because I'm around niggas that's doing it. I'm around niggas that's doing it. That nigga Wall Street Trapper. I was around this nigga yesterday. He took care of his whole family, bro. His mom is good. He retired his mom. Cashed her out. His mom is what? And come on, man. I'm around the motherfuckers that's doing it. I'm like, bro, I need to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? You cut that person's hand off. You cut my hand off. We both bleed red. What? We both can do it. You know what I mean? How y'all feeling though? Who's in that season, man? Who's in that season of isolation? Who's healing? Who's growing? Who's developing? How long have you been in your season of isolation? What's the main thing you're struggling with in your season of isolation? Let me know. I want to know. I want to know. No, I'm in that mode right now, man. I'm in that mode right now, y'all. I'm in that mode right now, y'all. How y'all feeling, man? We talking about executing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was just talking about, y'all. We gotta execute. We gotta execute. Stop sitting on all these ideas. You know what I'm saying? You're more comfortable with you're more comfortable with the thought of freedom instead of actually putting yourself in a position to become free. You like the thought. You like the idea of freedom rather than the actual feeling of freedom. I want to add rather than the actual reality of freedom. I want to actually live in the reality of freedom, the reality of wealth, the reality of abundance and peace and happiness. I want that. I don't want to just think about it. I want to be in it. I want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? I want to taste it. That's what I want. You know what I mean? So we got to execute. We got to have a high willingness to produce our reality. We got to be willing to execute relentlessly. A high willingness to execute, bro. When we get an idea, when we get a vision, when we get a perspective, when we get all of that, we got to be able to make that reality. You know what I mean? And you don't gotta know all the details, like I said. You don't gotta know how to get from A to Z. All you gotta do is know how to get from A to B. That's all you need. Give me the first step to do that. I'm running.